Hey guys, John with Luxe here. This is our 2016 Challenger Hellcat, and today we're going to be tinting out the headlights using our light smoke pre-cut kit. It won't go 100% to the edge because it's made to where you don't have to remove this plastic bezel. You can remove it, but a lot of times these little clips are going to break, so we've made this kit to go on very easy. It's a subtle change, but it's very dramatic when you're parked next to another Challenger, especially if you have a darker colored car. We're going to go ahead and start. What I'm doing is kind of folding the tint in to make a U and letting it contact the lens right in the middle. So you'll notice as I apply this, I'm working in circles with my finger. Because no matter what, you're trying to get the tint to conform to a convex shape, it is stretching. So constantly, us doing this is stretching the tint onto that light. If we went and applied down or in one direction, we'd have a lot of tension to work out those perpendicular directions. We don't want that. So you can see the closer to the edge I get, I start getting fingers and weird tension lines. That's because this is, like I said, shrinking. You will have to have heat to do this kit. I have a very loud heat gun over there, so I'm gonna use a torch. I'm comfortable with this tool. If you are, you can use one. If not, I recommend you use a heat gun for sure. That and the best tool for this job is the green squeegee that we include. So you wanna soften the film just a little bit once you start getting to the edge, maybe an inch to the edge or so. And you'll notice I'm still not applying all the way to the edge. I'm still spreading out the tension. I'm just slowly working the film closer and closer to the edge with every little bit. We're getting pretty close, maybe about a half an inch now to the edge. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start locking the tint around. I start applying where I see the biggest creases, the biggest amount of tension. Always switch back to use your finger if you think you're going to crease something. This isn't very forgiving. If you make a crease, it's pretty much there. There we go. The only thing left to do is to post-heat the vinyl. Make sure you get it really hot, about 200 degrees. It'll help it accept this new shape. This isn't a very complex wrap, so you don't need to do too much, but you can already see in the video, this is about 20% darker than this. This is gonna look fantastic when we get this car on the ground, especially with this octane red and black. Next, we're gonna go for one of these harder pieces. You can see also labeled DRL blinker. Now it's very important when you take this off the backing paper, not to stretch it at all, because you can see it's got a hole in the middle. So it is one of the more difficult ones to apply. And my first goal is to get the top and the bottom applied down to where that top edge is tension free. However, if we do end up with any tension or any weird placement issues, we're gonna push it all to the top because we can put a slit up there and nobody will ever see it. So use the top area to be your forgiveness zone. I've applied the vinyl all the way around the light, around the perimeter, which is exactly what we wanna do. We can't really work that film into that light without heat. You are gonna have to use heat for this. Same technique, but because this is concave, I'm working around the outside, pushing into the center of the light, keeping the vinyl nice and warm. And eventually getting it to where I can tuck the vinyl back into the air intake funnel. Go to the top. Just want to post heat real good. We did get a crease up in that top area. It's not even going to matter when we get the car on the ground. No one is going to be able to see that at all. So there we go. That's a completed installation of the driver's side headlight tint kits on this car.